welcome back to the page. If this is your first time here, my name is Kendrick. Be sure to like and subscribe to the page for up-to-date content, and then also just to support the page, trying to spread these messages that I'm putting out to as many people as possible, because my whole purpose is creating value for other men to help them grow and to become the best versions of themselves. So as I mentioned on my Facebook page, I told you all that I would be pushing out a message all about why is it important for men to be around other men. And you're starting to see these things, and it's been happening for a while, where a lot of young men are growing up without any type of direction or without being around other strong men that are looking to grow and become the best versions of themselves. So we'll just jump right into this. Number one, why is it important for other men to be around other men? Accountability. We live in this day and age where, for some reason or another, men don't like to be checked by other men. It must be some type of ego deal or whatever it is, but we have to start holding other men accountable. I'll give you a couple examples. Back when I was in college playing football, I was giving one of my teammates a ride to class one morning. And as we were riding, I was smelling something kind of strange in my car. And I was like, hey man, you really got to start taking showers in order for me to continue to give you a ride to class. Because I wasn't saying that to be rude, I was saying that to hold him accountable to his hygiene. That is something that all men need to know. Staying up on your hygiene doesn't make you look like a weaker man. That is something that you should just already know, to take care of yourself. And then the second example I have of that is I was talking with a friend the other night, and I was asking him, I was like, hey, have you called a therapist? Have you started talking, being in contact with the therapist? I think it could benefit you. And then vice versa. He asked me some tough questions on some other areas in my life that I'm trying to sharpen up. And it's that two-way road of holding each other accountable. So again, accountability is so important for men. Number two, why is it important for men to be around other men? Is for positive influences, being a role model to other men. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, we're seeing this trend where a lot of younger men don't have positive influences in their lives, and they're just heading down a path of destruction, or a path that doesn't necessarily maximize the skill sets or potential that they truly have. And again, number two, men need to be around other men because some men just need positive influences or role models. Number three, why it's important for other men to be around other men is because it strengthens all other relationships in our lives. Believe it or not, being around other men, seeing how other men communicate with other men, and being vulnerable with other men helps us in all other relationships, because we don't have to depend on other people for emotional support. Or we don't have to depend on our significant other to talk through some of the things that we may be going through. Sometimes those conversations are best left with some of our close male friends or a men's circle. Tip number four, us men, we just can relate a lot better to each other than us men speaking with women. And no disrespect to women at all, but us men, we are able to talk about some of the things that us men go through on a daily basis. We can talk those over with our male friends or in our social groups. Sometimes we just can't connect on that type of level with women. So again, those 4 tips. Number 1, men need to be around other men for accountability. Number 2, men need positive role models and influences. Tip number 3, we can show up in all of our other relationships in a more healthy way and not be so dependent on our significant other. And number 4, men just can relate to other men on a much deeper level. So as I always mention, Let that marinate. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. Are there other tips that men could take from this video? Did I leave something out? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I'm out.